Nobody wants you around them. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to do a video real quick showing you nobody respects you Edomites, okay? Nobody wants you around them, because no matter what land y'all go to inhabit, no matter what land y'all go to live in, the only thing y'all do is bring chaos, confusion, and destruction. Now, for those who don't know what destruction is, the word destruct, or destruction, goes back to the Latin destructere, which is a compound word. Which a compound word is a word that can be broken down into other words in order to get a better understanding of what the word means. So destructere, or destruction goes back to the Latin destructere, and when you break it down, it's de, and then you got struction, structure, struct, or structere, which is Latin for struct, and which de means down or down from, and then you got the word struct, which means build. So the word destruct or destruction means to break down, and that's what these devils do. Whenever they go into a country and they dwell therein, they literally break that country down morally, religiously. Countries can't even, these other nations cannot live how they want to live without the devil trying to introduce or enforce their philosophy, which is their democracy, by Aleister Crowley on them. They don't want, because not every nation is down with homosexuality. Not every nation is down with eating pork. I mean, even though those gooks, they'll eat anything. They eat squid, octopus. They'll chop off the rod of a tiger and make it a delicacy in a restaurant. They eat stingrays, jellyfish. The list goes on. But come on, what about the Ishmaelites? Okay, what about the Ishmaelites? We know they don't eat pork, right? So then, you go over there and you're introducing, Polish pork sausages and pork chops, and and they're like, no, we're cool, bro. We don't want to eat that shit. So, whatever country they go into, they bring nothing but confusion, chaos, and destruction, okay? Because that's what they do. They literally break these countries down. They'll break down a country morally, religiously. They'll break a country down, which is what destruction is, to break down. And then right before you know it, now there's Moes walking around in their country. Now there's women with their heads uncovered walking around in their country. Now there's pork and all kind of other shit in their country. Women got rights now. Women got authority, and it's like that. You see, these nations, they're figuring out that, like, the Esau's way of living is not the way to live. So right here it says that Japanese protesters call for the United States to be evicted amid growing tensions. Evicted meaning what? Kick the fuck out of the land, because they bring nothing but trouble. These Edomites bring nothing but trouble. Increasingly hostile relations between Washington and Beijing have dialed up the urgency of Okinawan protesters' demands. So these are people protesting. They're like, these devils gotta leave. You know, Esau probably making homosexual gestures and jokes towards them. You know, and like, bro, thousands of Japanese protesters assembled near Kadena Air Base in Okinawa to protest the U.S. occupation of the island on Saturday. You see that? And that's why they are known as what's that? What was that term they was called? Fucking fuck, I forgot what it was called. Colonizers. Khan, Tawara, Yahweh, Tawara, Yahawashai, for the reminder. Colonizers. That's what Esau does. When he takes over a country, and matter of fact, let's get that. When he takes over a country, he colonizes it. You know, they'll start to, breed their own race. You know, they'll start, building and setting up their own settlements. This is what they do. So now they're over there in Okinawa, Japan, trying to colonize that particular area. A colony. Come on. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. Why? Because it is in the power of their hands. You know, nothing good comes when you got an Edomite in the midst of your own household or country. And they covet fields and take them by violence. They covet. What does it mean to covet? It means to have a strong lust or desire for. Okay? That's why when Christopher Columbus first discovered that the so-called North American Indians was dwelling here on this land, and the Taino Indians, which are the so-called Puerto Ricans, the Aztec Indians, which are the so-called Mexicans, basically he was sending letters back to Europe like, look, this is a vast land right here. We could literally make this the new world. Okay? Because before this place was called America, these Edomites, which was coming out of Europe, they was calling this place the new world. Which in reality they was really referencing this country called the United States of America as being the vessel for the establishment of the New World Order. So they covet fields, you see. If they see oil in the land, the first thing they're going to do is what? Well, Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. First, they're going to premeditate on how they can get into that land, what kind of justification they can use, and then they're going to come up with a cover story or a backup story. They're going to set up agent provocateurs so they can justify themselves making a move in the land when really it's all just to get the oil, the REMs, which is the acronym for the rare earth metals or rare earth minerals. They want the lithium, they want all the gas, the fossil fuels. And they'll literally set up garrisons just so they can go into those lands just to get oil. Why? Because oil is profitable. So they covet fields and they take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Point blank period. So this is what we're doing here. This is what's going on here. Okay? It says, on the 51st anniversary of the island returning to Japanese control. So thousands of Japanese protesters assembled near Kadena Air Base in Okinawa to protest U.S. occupation on the island on Saturday, on the 51st anniversary of the island returning to Japanese control. The annual demonstration comes amid rising regional tensions as the United States supplies Taiwan, with weapons in what China views as open provocation. So now they're weaponizing Taiwan, which rightfully belongs to China, which was originally under Japanese control. Well, actually it was under Chinese control till Japan went in there and invaded, and then China kind of like fought them out of that land, and now we got the U.S. going in there. You know, it's just all kind of controversy going on in that land, man. Okay. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4. Behold, his soul which is within him is not upright. No, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So the soul that is within these devils is not upright in them. Okay, who can make a thing that is crooked straight? Not one. Okay, so we know that these devils were not created to be righteous or to establish peace, but only chaos, confusion, and destruction. Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So because the wicked is in rulership, the people here are in mourning. They're in mourning because they can see that something is not right. Especially the vibration in which the earth is heading. They know something is not right with these Edomites, okay? Okay, they watch the news and they see all the works that the United States is basically doing around the globe and just causing hell and chaos on countries and just all manner of wickedness. And they're like, nah, man, we're cool. We don't want y'all occupying our land. We don't want y'all around us, because then all y'all gonna try to do is try to, you know, take over, basically take over our government, hack our government, right? And then you're gonna put a puppet leader in there, and then you're gonna try to control us. Because it's always been about power and control with these devils and wickedness. Now I can understand if it was power and control and righteousness, but no, there's nothing righteous about these devils. It tells you that in the book of Romans, there is not one that doeth good. But with that, I'm gonna say shalom. It's on to the next one.